This life aura will protect you, so that you won't be incinerated into ashes. But you'll still feel unimaginable pain due to the saint fire. After all, the Genesis Chi saint dust can't be touched by someone of your level. If you think it's too dangerous, we can choose a gentler method. This is it. Senior brother, please send me down. Understood. Let's go. I'm coming. Woo. No. This is burning too fast. Great purgatory flame demon. Damn it. I can't even last this long. Woo. The aura of life left by Yuan shrouded him and instantly regenerated his flesh. Yuan's skeleton-like body restored to its original state. Again. The horrible burning of the saint fire affects both the body and the spirit at the same time. This little junior brother really isn't bad. The news about the Battle of the Heavens gradually spread, and once again caused great commotions throughout Hunyuan heaven. The 9 regions began to send out a notice for the entire Hunyuan heaven with favorable benefits. They wanted to recruit some of the top heavenly sun and nascent source experts. So during this period, dark horses emerged one after another. Therefore, the Tianyuan Utopia also had a lot of unexpected harvest. 4 months had passed in a flash. In the depth of the sky candle sun. After 4 months of constant cleansing by the saint fire, the intense pain of the flesh burning and regenerating had made Yuan numb. However, he had also gained tremendous benefits. The golden blood in his heart had quietly reached more than 1,800 drops. The power of the saint fire has begun to fade. But there's still no sign of breakthrough. I can't wait any longer. Yuan swallowed the remaining saint fire into his body in one mouthful. Yuan, whose body was on the verge of melting away, desperately forced his divine flames into dwellings. Intermediate Heavenly Sun Realm. 1.86 billion Genesis Chi stars. That's amazing. It's comparable to some advanced heavenly sun experts. Oh, the breakthrough was successful. Senior brother. To possess such a Genesis Chi foundation at the intermediate heavenly sun stage, not bad. You're a 9-claw heavenly sun. You mean my variant glazed heavenly sun? The ancestral dragon had 9 toes as his claws, so they are called 9 claws. Only the most outstanding heavenly sun experts can make such ancestral runes appear on their glazed heavenly sun. It seems I have only 4 claws. As your strength increases, the claws will grow. But it depends on your potential and opportunities whether you can eventually achieve 9 claws. And after the 9th claw appears, there's a chance that you'll directly enter advanced nascent source realm. I can leap a whole level. That's amazing. How can I increase the number of claws? You're in luck, kid. The ancestral chi in Gunyuan heaven can do it. I'm getting more and more interested in this Gunyuan heaven now. Now that you've successfully broken through, it's time for you to do some work. What kind of work? It's about you being a captain. The top rogue cultivators are hard to control. They approved of Qin Lian as the captain, but they're having doubts about you. We must resolve this internal problem first. It's the same thing again. Okay. Let me go meet those pricks. Junior brother, you can actually take it as a compliment. It means you have done things that are beyond your level. Then I should thank you. Phoenix Perch House, Resting Dragon City. A place for qualified rogue cultivators. The powers of those 3, they really live up to the expectations. I heard that 3 of them haven't officially announced they would join the team. It's said that they want the captain's position. I don't quite agree. It's mainly because they don't recognize the strength of Grand Elder Yuan. If they leave, there'll probably be a lot of unaffiliated cultivators following them. Shui Qingmei. Has the Tianyuan Utopia still not given us an answer? We're only asking for a captain's position. That's right. We don't want to be commanded by incompetent people. Yuan Su. Today is the deadline. If they don't give us a response, I'm leaving. Wherever Brother Han goes, we will follow. U3. Elder Qin Lian is here. This must be Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, right? I wonder if is it possible for Tianyuan Utopia to accept our request. Is it about the three of you APLYING to be captains? I'm sorry. I declined your request. It seems that Grand Elder Zhou Yuan looks down on us rogue cultivators. We shouldn't stay and be humiliated any longer. Let's go. I don't need people who only come to seek benefits. Except for a handful of people like Elder Qin Lian. I'm afraid there are very few experts were fearful of what a joke. Of course. It doesn't include you, Grand Elder Zhou Yuan. Presumptuous. It's okay, leave it to me. To know whether or not I'm a fool, let's do some test. As long as you three don't move a step under the pressure of my Genesis Chi. The captain's position you asked for might be taken into consideration. He wants to deter the three with the pressure of Genesis Chi alone. Can he really do that? Grand Elder Zhou Yuan. Do you want to humiliate us? Don't be ridiculous. What? Intermediate Heavenly Sun Stage. 1.8 billion Genesis Chi stars. Heavenly Yuan Brush. Promotion. 1.9 billion. The pressure of his Genesis Chi is still increasing. It's reached 2.1 billion. A 2.3 billion Genesis Chi Foundation. He's still only an intermediate Heavenly Sun expert. It's the same level as mine. Retreat. Do you think I'm qualified to lead the Tianyuan Utopia's team now? We're the one who were blind. I understand your desire to protect your companions, but the captain's position is important. We can't have too many leaders. That's why I rejected your request. Yes, sir. However, I have acknowledged your strength. I'll appoint you as vice captains with the authority to command your own teams. But of course, all orders must be run through the captains first. I hope that Grand Elder Zhou Yuan can forgive our rashness. You guys will be in charge of grouping the rogue cultivators outside. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan's carrot and stick approach has nearly reached perfection. But I'm even more curious, how strong have you become? How about a small spar to test your strength? Well, I've got work to do. I should leave now. It's no longer safe here. Meanwhile, the Han Jinhe trio had returned to the building. They took on the role of vice captains and united all the unruly Rouge cultivators. Soon after, the news was confirmed that the various factions in Hunyuan Heavens would gather at Sky Pillar Peak to further discuss the details of the Gunyuan Heaven battle. Victory to Grand Elder Zhou Yuan. Set sail to Sky Pillar Peak. The center of Hunyuan Heaven, Sky Pillar Peak. So this is the Sky Pillar Peak. Let's go straight to the meeting place first. Yes. As they stepped into the stone hall inside the tower, everyone started to watching them. At the very center was a round black stone table. This is the meeting place. That's. Ah, look. We meet again. You'd better be careful in Gunyuan Heaven. If there's a chance, I'll definitely take back what I've lost. Anytime. But I also have a warning for you. Be careful from losing what you still have, while it remains worthwhile. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, we should all mind our own business, but if you intend to finish off junior sister Wu Yao, I will not agree. Guan Qinglong of the Wushan region. Senior brother Guan. This is a matter between me and Zhou Yuan. I don't wish for any external interference. Victory or defeat, life or death, will depend upon our abilities. Junior sister Wu Yao, you're being too serious. Victory or defeat is fine, but there's no need for life and death, right? Grand Elder Zhou Yua. If it does reach that step, please show mercy. She's no pushover. I'm afraid that I'll be slain by her the moment I concede a single step. Excuse me then. Guan Qinglong had managed to stably hold on to his number 1 seat on the Heavenly Sun list. He's more than exemplary. Your senior brother will be quite a problem. If you two team up against me, I'll have no choice but to avoid you guys. Do you think I'm like you? If your girlfriend didn't help you, you would have been killed by me long ago. Oh, I'll let you know, yeah, we are lovers. What about you? What's your relationship with Guan Qinglong? Shameless. Since the last tournament, there's been a little less hostility between us when we meet. But if I had retrieved the final sacred dragon blessing, she would have died, right? There seems to be quite a story between you and Wu Yao. Is it the legendary love triangle? There's nothing between us. We're sworn enemies. A love-hate relationship. Get lost. Walk away, why are you so nosy? Under numerous watchful gazes, Zhou Yuan seated himself at the black round table in the center. Look. It's them. They're from the Zishao region Su Yue. Your Highness. Zishao region's Dong Yi, ranked 3rd on the Heavenly Sun list. Insolent. Sister Dong Yi. Why does this one look so bitter? There's no grudge between us, right? There he is. The 2nd ranker on the Heavenly Sun list. Wanzhou region's Wang Xuanyang ranked 2nd on the Heavenly Sun list. Looks like almost everyone is here. Wanzhou region's Zhao Mushin. Zhao Mushin. This guy feels more dangerous than ever. It seems that the battle for Guyuan Heaven this time will be much more interesting than the 9 regions tournament. Since when could an intermediate Heavenly Sun cultivator sit at a meeting between the top-tier Heavenly Sun experts? Wang Xuanyang. Zhou Yuan is a Grand Elder of my Tianyuan region. Of course he has the right to sit here. Since you're present here, don't bring up this Grand Elder thing again. It'll make you look like a joke to the rest of us. Then what should I be bringing up? Your own strength, of course. When encountering other teams in Guyuan Heaven, are you going to scare them with your title? I feel that I've just barely made the cut, so there's no need for you to worry. As for what I'll do in Guyuan Heaven, that's none of your business, is it? He's so rude. What's so good about him? But I think he's very genuine. That's yin-yang poison miasma. One will be overwhelmed by carnal desires and lose all rationality. It's said that once affected by this poison. No, it's too late to stop now. This is going to humiliate Grand Elder Zhou Yuan and bring shame to the Tianyuan utopia. It's a direct hit. What a show. I wonder what'll happen next. What? Self-protective spirit fire. Such strong spirit fire. This has to be a soul from intermediate materialization realm, right? It's more than that. His spirit cultivation has likely reached the peak of the intermediate stage. No wonder he did not fear the yin-yang poison miasma. Wang Xuanyang's sneak attack was futile. This brat. Wang Xuanyang, you're courting death. You want to fight? Come on, Wang Xuanyang. I think that's enough, isn't it? It's Guan Qinglong of the Wushan region. What a terrifying Genesis chi pressure. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, you should closely follow Qin Lian at all times in Guyuan Heaven, or a swift death will probably await you. You should also be a little more careful. But if something does happen to you, I'll do my best to bring back your corpse. As you may have heard, the battle for Guyuan Heaven is a fight for ancestral qi. Our ultimate goal is the 9 ancestral qi channels deep within Guyuan Heaven. But only by continuously opening the ancestral qi branches can we force the 9 main ones to appear. Hence, everyone will be aiming to occupy these branch channels during the initial phase. Of course, there will be conflicts among our 5 heavens due to the interests, which can be compromised. But when we meet the sacred race, then it will truly be a battle of life or death. That is, watch each other's backs. So, the reason why we're having this meeting is to reach a mutual agreement. Towards this proposal, no one at the meeting had any objections. Watching each other's backs is only with regard to the other heavens. But what about internal conflicts? Internal conflicts aren't included. Sort it out yourselves. That's what I wanted to hear. If no one has any objections, press your hands into the table to agree. This battle will have a long-lasting impact. So, for the sake of Han Yuan Heaven. For the sake of Han Yuan Heaven. 4. Yao Yao. After the factions various came to an agreement, they remained camped under Sky Pillar Peak. They were waiting for Gu Yuan Heaven to open. Here's the information you wanted about Wang Xuanyang. Do you really plan on crossing blows with him? It's best to be prepared. I may not desire to kill the tiger, but the tiger may want to hurt me. 3 billion Genesis Chi Foundation. Wields the Yin-Yang Jade Fan, a top-tier Heaven Genesis weapon. Putting up a fight against him isn't impossible. Thank you. Your little girlfriend from Zishao region isn't here today. She's just a friend. Oh, such outstanding young ladies. How did they get involved with you? Gu Yuan Heaven, it's finally opening. Together, the 9 supreme sovereigns of Han Yuan Heaven opened the passageway to Gu Yuan Heaven. Han Yuan Heaven's law domain experts, go in. Little junior brother, be extra careful in Gu Yuan Heaven. Senior sister Kai Jing, you should be careful too. I look forward to your safe return. After the nascent Source Realm experts' departure, it'll be time for the Heavenly Sun ones. Little junior brother, be very cautious when you go in. If you encounter a strong foe, know when to retreat. Don't get carried away by the moment. Remember that where there is life, there will always be another chance in the future. Let's go. So this is Gu Yuan Heaven. Do a head count. Stay alert. Yes. Such concentrated Genesis Chi. What a treasure land. No wonder everyone's excited about Gu Yuan Heaven. The Genesis Chi in my body is already surging. Cultivating here must be great. Feeling the strong Genesis Chi of Gu Yuan Heaven, some people couldn't help but sat down to cultivate on the spot. Gu Yuan Heaven is filled with dangers. Now is not the time to relax. The ground is shaking. Careful. The ground is turning into a vortex swamp. Get out of here. They're all turning into dust. Get back. It's an earth disaster. It's said that the land in Gu Yuan Heaven possesses some kind of consciousness. The terrain could change at any moment to chase and devour existences with strong Genesis Chi. And it can spawn beasts. Prepare for battle. After continuous fights, the storm had finally died down. They're gone. I told you so. Never let your guard down. We could have all been killed. It's likely that the Earth disaster had occurred because we'd caused too strong of a Genesis Chi fluctuation. It's a gathering signal. Let's go meet the others. On the vast plains, a town was built as the initial base of the various factions of Han Yuan Heaven. The town was surrounded by numerous Genesis runes, forming a barrier that shielded off Genesis Chi. The tall tower in the middle of the town was constructed to detect any ancestral Chi flow from the branches. Let's begin. Activate the Chi observation tower. After everyone poured their Genesis D into the tower, the Chi observation tower displayed a light map of the surrounding area within a 10,000-mile radius. The mysterious yellow Chi flows on the map. That's where the ancestral Chi is strongest. One of them is likely to be an ancestral Chi branch. There are only a few areas where the ancestral Chi is strong. And various factions will fight for those. Wait a minute. What if there's more to it? From what we see on the surface. Decoder Saint Rune. Let's each choose our own areas. The captains released their Genesis Chi and started fighting for their locations on the map. This is it. The yellow light here is very strong. A beam of Genesis Chi suddenly arrived and snatched the map fragment Qin Lian was targeting. Wang Xuanyuan. If you're less skilled, don't be so quick to act next time. I do feel a little bad for taking your favorite place, so here's the deal. I'll give you guys a few pieces to choose from. Wang Xuanyang's gone too far. It's all in his plan. This is so embarrassing. How dare you humiliate us? Select the third map fragment from the left. What? But ease. You heard me right. Quickly grab it. They really chose the garbage Wang Xuanyang gave them. Is Qin Lian too angry that she lost her mind? Even if you're a grand elder, you'd better give me an explanation. Don't be angry. I think this area's actually quite nice. Is that your reason? Never mind, let's go. I want to choose again. If the Tianyuan Utopia's trip is fruitful, maybe I have to thank you. What a madman. Zhou Yuan is actually a bit stupid. And Qin Lian just fell victim to him. His Highness Zhou Yuan has his own reason. I hope you'll get something out of this. What's going on? Ask him. There is more to everything than meets the eye. In fact, there might be unexpected gains in some seemingly unremarkable places. You're a grand elder, and I can't stop you anyway. Just do whatever you want. Everyone, immediately assemble your people. Let's go. Yes. Is this the place? The mountain range is too barren. There's no sign of life around here. We're here a lady. Let's search around a bit. Zhou Yuan's team start moving, and the ground became full with holes in minutes. Half a day has passed. We haven't found even the slightest trace of ancestral qi. Are we really going to come home empty-handed this time? Where's Grand Elder Zhou Yuan? I saw him go there by himself. We've been searching for an entire day and found nothing. Don't you think this mountain range is too barren? We haven't found a single ancient beast. Earth suppression pillar. Zhou Yuan, what are you doing? You can't use the pillar unless you've found the ancestral qi vein. Call everyone here. The ancestral qi vein should be right below there. Are you serious about this? Okay. Everyone kept digging deeper. Soon, a huge dark pit appeared in the valley. It's been half a day. We found nothing. Is it really here? Interesting. The vein is like a living thing and knows how to hide. What is Grand Elder Zhou Yuan doing? There's nothing underneath the ground here. He's starting to act funny now. I found you. This ancient aura. It's the ancestral qi vein. No way. We really found it. How could you perceive the ancestral qi vein so clearly? Prepare the altar and connect it to the Hunyuan heaven, then guide the ancestral qi vein into it. There's something underground. Is it an ancient beast born from this ancestral qi vein? All teams, be alert. Prepare to fight. It's a swarm of ancient rodent beasts. Watch out. There's too many of them. Casualties had already begun to appear, and the number is still growing. There's something in the deepest part of this place controlling them. The group of rats will scatter once we kill it. Let's go. The two of them rushed into the ground and continued digging. What a huge underground cave. These rats are no means weaker than top-tier advanced heavenly sun experts. There's two of them. I'm coming. Scarly Sparrowblade. One got away. Chase it. It's gone into that hole. It's a huge cave. That's Zhou Yuan, those are mystic treasures. They're essential to refine saint treasures. This ancestral qi vein contains treasures. No wonder the decoder Saint Rune reacted to it then. While their attention was drawn to the treasures, the Golden Rat King suddenly shot out and swallowed a mystic treasure. It swallowed it. With the power of the It Can treasure, it can strengthen itself. You beast! Spit out my treasure. This guy already thinks the mysterious treasures are his. Under Zhou Yuan's violent bombardment, the Golden Rat King was finally turned into a puddle of mud. Is this a mysterious treasure nourished by ancestral qi? The heavenly Yuan brush actually swallowed it on its own. It pulled it into the divine dwelling and absorbed it. The 8th rune is actually started to glow. The heavenly Yuan brush can swallow these kinds of mysterious treasures to evolve itself. You want more ancestral qi treasures. Okay, I'll help you get more. This is... The Silver Shadow has developed a trace of spiritual intellect. You want the ancestral qi treasures too. Well, don't worry. I won't treat you badly. These two little brats. Let's see. There are 5 ancestral qi treasures here. Could this be the reason you told me to choose this area? Interesting. Our Supreme Sovereign you some kind gave of means to do this. Let's get the treasures first. How do you think we should divide them? The credit goes to you, then to me. The others aren't qualified to share such treasures. Plus, we have too many people to distribute them equally. So I suggest that you take 4. I'm a Grand Elder of the Tianyuan Utopia, after all. I can't be so stingy and only give out only 1. I'm sure there will be more ancestral qi treasures after this. Team members with outstanding contribution can be rewarded with them. Let's head out. Thank you for your generosity, Grand Elder. The rat tide outside had receded. The people had set up an altar to channel the ancestral qi. I'm going to activate the channeling platform. Everyone, stay calm and absorb the energy. Don't cause any commotion. A huge amount of ancestral qi gushed out, rushing into the spatial channel on the platform like a huge dragon. Zhou Yuan confirmed that there was no problem with the channeling, and then he also dived into the ancestral qi. Come on, let me see how good this ancestral qi is. Dragon breathing. A large amount of ancestral qi was sucked into Zhou Yuan's body. It was fused with his Genesis qi and then poured into his 2 heavenly sons. After integrating with the ancestral qi, my Genesis qi strength is increasing at an astonishing rate. And on top of my glazed heavenly sun, I've already started to see the lines of the 5th claw. Senior brother was right. I have to absorb as much ancestral qi as possible. This qi has an ancient aroma to it. Suddenly, I feel like I've been enlightened. Open eyes. In this sea of clouds, there are 7 figures identical to mine. They are the 7 Kangxuan arts. This might be a sign that the 7 Kangxuan arts will merge. After all these years, has this moment finally come? The 7 figures have fused into one. What will be born now? Something has been formed at the center of the vortex. That's... The enlightenment's interrupted. Because all the ancestral qi has run out. What a shame. But it's good that there are signs of the fusion. As long as there's enough ancestral qi, the fusion will be completed. It only took a single incense amount of time, and my cultivation levels already increased. My Genesis qi foundation has increased by 20 million. The 5th claw has been partially formed. All that in just one single incense stick. What a great opportunity. How was it? How much did your Genesis qi foundation increase? Around 7 million. Zhou Yuan, do you have some sort of infectious sickness? What is she saying? What are you talking about? Why did such a thing appear on my heavenly sun? That's clearly something that only exists on your heavenly sun. You're the one with extreme luck, but you don't even know what's good for you. You're the sick one. Let's go. We're going back. A day later, the team returned to Hunyuan Heaven Town. What a surprise. I was so lucky this time. It's all thanks to Grand Elder Zhou Yuan. Our leader has skills we can't even imagine. We're so lucky to be following him. Now we'll all take a break and wait for the next opening of the Qi observation platform. Yes. Go inquire about the other Foss's situation. Okay. So that's the Dragon Claw's glazed heavenly sun. It's such a great thing, and you called it a sickness. How embarrassing. The Wushan region, the Zishao region, and the Xuanji region have an all-found ancestral Qi vein. The Shuihe region found a weak vein, so it was a failure. What about the Wanzhou region? I heard that they encountered all sorts of difficulties and obstacles, and finally found nothing. I know what you're thinking. I completely feel it. Thank you, Zhou Yuan. You're the most suitable leader for the Tianyuan Utopia team. The next day, all the forces gathered at the Qi observation platform. The Tianyuan people are here. I heard they got lucky this time. Brother Xuanyuan. The Tianyuan Utopia should thank you for our harvest. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the entire Tianyuan Utopia. This Zhou Yuan. He's ruthless. He's obviously adding fuel to the fire. You have a death wish. Wang Xuanyang will be activating the Qi observation platform soon. If you don't want to choose a region, you can retreat with your Wanzhou region people first. Tisk. You just wait and you'll see. Provoking Wang Xuanyang like this. It's not a smart thing to do. His Highness Zhou Yuan can't be understood with common sense. Last time. He's just lucky. Prepare to activate the Qi observation platform. The Qi observation platform's second detection will give much better results than the first. So, every force can choose 2 map fragments this time. This time, each force will send out 2 people. Everyone, fill up with your Genesis Qi and activate the Qi observation platform. I'll obstruct Qin Lian, and you will watch Zhou Yuan. As long as we don't disturb other people. It doesn't matter if you two really get into a fight. Wanzhou region's Qianhu ranked ZND. I'll calm this so-called Grand Elder down. Then maybe he'll realize that it's not his turn to speak. Senior Brother Wang. If you really want to deal with him, better it'd be to take him on yourself. Otherwise, you might just ended up increasing his prestige. Are you saying I can't handle an intermediate Heavenly Sun stage piece of trash? I just don't want my Wanzhou region to be ridiculed again. If you want to get rid of him, you must use thunderous methods and force to completely trample over him. Don't give him any chance of reversing the situation. Since you know you're a loser, shut your trap. I'll claim back all the honor you've lost. 2 idiots. The light map has appeared. The number of locations with strong ancestral Qi has really increased. It's 14 areas now. These 14 areas, they're even better than the one we went to before. Even after choosing 1 area for each regions, there will still be 5 left. It's up to the second person to fight for them. It's a feast. Apart from Qin Lian, who do you think the Tianyuan Utopia will send to compete for the second piece? Sister, you already know what my answer is. If he intervenes, I'm afraid he'll only embarrass himself. Senior sister, do you want to make a bet? If His Highness can win a map fragment, you can't talk bad about him in front of me again. And if he's in any danger in the future, you have to help him once. Yes, but if he fails, you have to promise me that you will contact him less in Guyuan Heaven. It's a deal.